But here we are for round 5. We've already secured a treasure chest. See if we can get a couple more. We're playing against Eugensis. This hand looks pretty good. Remember, Core Skyfisher can pick up Thraben Inspector, so that gives it a little bit benefit over Glinthawk. Simply because if these were 2 Glinthawks, this hand would not be very good at all. Ooh, Thornwood Falls. That means Tron. That means we're dead. This is a bit of a tough choice if I want to play the Thraben Inspector, if I want to play the Ichor Wellspring. I think against Tron, I want to play the Thraben Inspector, and then next turn I'll be able to play Thraben Inspector and Core Skyfisher. Like, I'll be able to pick it up with the Core Skyfisher and play it again. The only other option besides Tron that would play Thornwood Falls would be Turbo Fog, which actually looks like, wow, this is interesting. Wonder what we're playing against. I don't know, but it looks spicy. It's probably still a deck that goes much bigger than ours, so I want to get as much pressure down as possible. This deck is not very good against like these super late game decks. We want to be the late game deck in the matchup, and we just can't against these guys because they're too big. So I'm guessing they're gonna like blow up our land this turn or something. I don't know. I don't know why else you'd be playing Arbor Elf other than to like play a Utopia Sprawl. Oh, it's Infect with. Why is Arbor Elf in your Infect deck? Well, Infect very bad against us. Fortunately, I don't have any burn spells right now. I have no idea what's going on. Like, I don't know what's up with this Arbor Elf. Well, I either don't know what's going on with the Arbor Elf, or I don't know what's going on with the Glistener Elf. One or the other, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to tag with both. I will happily block with this Core Skyfisher, if given the option. I don't know. We could certainly die here, but I don't have any removal, and you can't just play scared of that stuff. Like, they could play a Rancor, or they've got that like +4/+4 and trample 2-mana pump spell. Sometimes Infect plays. They could play a Shadow thing or an Unblockable. Yeah. So they played Distortion Strike. I'm F6, so sometimes you can't quite see what's going on. Like I said, we could easily be dead here, and it looks like we are. Yeah, so this matchup is great for us, but they had a good draw, and our draw sucked, so we died. So Distortion Strike, for those of you who are unfamiliar, +1/+0, can't be blocked, and has Rebound, so they could do that twice in a row. We could have maybe drawn one more card at some point in here and firebolted that thing, but it's not really what I expected to see. So this is easily going to be an Electrickery matchup. Let's see if I can get to the sideboarding. So Standard Bearer and Electrickery are insane against them. And I believe I'm going to bring in some number of Pyroblast, but not very many, like 1. Let's go with 1. You can't take out too much stuff. So we want all our removal. We kind of want all our creatures. So that leaves us like Battle Screeches. So like we died on turn 4 there, so Battle Screech pretty bad. Rally also kind of bad. I haven't seen any blue spells, but I think I want the 1, just the Miser. I'm gonna take out the Rally too. Well, Rally's the only way we can really kill them fast. No, I don't need to kill them fast. I'll kill all their creatures. So you guys might notice a lot of the time I take out these slower spells, and that might not be correct, but that's how I play most matchups. This hand looks okay. I'm gonna play the tap land first so I can Firebolt next turn if I need to. Like if they just run out of Glistener Elf, the weakness of these decks is that there aren't very many good Infect creatures, and there are not that many Infect creatures at all that are even remotely playable. So this turn I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play the Thraben Inspector, and I'm gonna pick up the Clue with my Glinthawk. We're going aggressive here, just because of the hand I have. I do also have the ability next turn to play the Core Skyfisher and pick up my Thraben Inspector and play the Thraben Inspector again. So that'll be the clue that I keep for a while. So unfortunately our only burn spell is this Nature's Claim, huh? Man, what are you doing with that in your deck? You're like a combo deck. So this is something I would advise against. Like, why did he bring this in? You know, like I do have 2 journeys, but if he's just going to spew it off on a land, that's just not, I don't know, I don't think it's a very good play. I'm going to pick up the Thraben Inspector, I think, because I don't want to pick up a land. If we miss a land next turn, I might Core Skyfisher, pick up a land, and then play the Thraben Inspector again. But like, imagine if this Nature's Claim were another pump spell, or like just anything that it wasn't, you know? Like if we're another creature, our opponent's short on creatures. I assume this is getting countered in some way, but that's not a big deal. So our opponent is really short on cards, but if you remember from last time, I believe they only used 3 cards to kill us. They can't actually do that because they like don't have enough mana for Groundswell and stuff. But see if they can even attack. Yeah, not really. I'm gonna start, I think, by bolting the Glistener Elf, and we'll see where that gets us. Well, I'm actually gonna, I think, attack first with everything. Let's see what happens. Okay. So I'm gonna bolt this Glistener Elf. So if they have like a protection spell for this, plus they have another Nature's Claim to like pop our clue, and then I don't think there's any way that they could get enough damage. Alright, so we've got Lethal Flyers next turn. Blighted Agent. Okay. Hopefully draw, yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully we draw a burn spell. We can finish him off. I think I actually messed up last turn. I probably should have gotten this Core Skyfisher down instead of the Glint Hawk. I could have played the Core Skyfisher. Actually, there was no way to do it, so this is still lethal, so let's see what our opponent's got. Okay, they have nothing, is what they have. So I think, like, if this Nature's Claim had been just like a Distortion Strike, depending on the other cards in their hand, it's possible we could have just lost. They have at least 1 artifact land. I didn't really see any other reason to bring in the Ancient Grudge or the Gorilla Shaman. What do we see? We did see Blighted Agent, so maybe Pyroblast is still decent. I just have so many, like, all these burn spells already kill Blighted Agent and stuff, so Pyroblast would be nice to counter a Dispel. I don't know what to take out though, all our other cards are pretty important. Maybe I'll take out one of these, like the Ichor Wellspring or the Prophetic Prism. Or since they have Nature's Claim, maybe I'll take out a Journey. It feels pretty bad to take out a removal spell against them though. Let's go with one of these. I'm going to go with the Ichor Wellspring. I don't need the value from the Kuldotha Rebirth. So if we get down to Standard Bearer, I'd be a little surprised. Like, they might not have any way to kill it. Maybe they have Gut Shot in their deck, but this hand would be great if we had a red mana, but we don't. So I'm going to mulligan this. This is actually a pretty close hand, but if we don't draw red in our top, like, 2 cards, we were probably going to lose. Alright, that's a pretty easy keep. And put that on top. So we don't really have anything like going on ourselves, but it's going to be really hard for our opponent to kill us through all this stuff. If you're really lucky, they'll play like an Arbor Elf plus, I don't know, something else. Now I have to decide if I want to just kill this right now. And if I want to use my Electrickery or not. Because it's possible I could get like a lot more value out of this Electrickery. I'm gonna go ahead and just pass the turn. It's actually gonna be kind of annoying if we get hit with a Nature's Claim here, just because like our Glint Hawk could have picked this up. Let's see what he's doing. Phyto Burst? No. Let's go with... I'm gonna go with the Electrickery first. So I'm trying to figure out a way that we can play around mutagenic growth. So I'm going to play the Bolt first. That way they have to use their spell that costs mana first. Groundswell. So we're actually dead here to a mutagenic growth. So this is probably, I maybe shouldn't have done it this way. Okay, it worked. Cool. We got a little greedy there, but it paid off. But that's a little scary. Like we could have lost the game right there pretty easily. Let's get this Glint Hawk down. We'll pick up our only artifact. Seal of Strength, huh? Okay, so I'm a little leery to just run this Glint Hawk out there, because if they destroy my Great Furnace, I'm gonna lose my Glint Hawk. I don't want that to happen. Boros Garrison's pretty nice draw. Pick up this Radiant Fountain. This one's got a Blighted Agent. And we're going to try to kill that. So I'm actually going to start, I think... First I'm going to attack, because I can't block no matter what. And then I'm going to play the Great Furnace and the Glint Hawk. Because if they use their green mana to kill this in response, I'll be more likely to be able to kill this agent. So let's go with... I don't think I'm going to be able to get any more like real value out of this Electrickery, so let's just fire that off at it right now. You're always walking on a tightrope against this deck. So let's see what they do. I'm guessing they're going to use their Seal of Strength. And it doesn't really matter, like I'm not expecting to kill this thing this turn, but I'm hoping to get enough of the pump spells out of their hand that they can't kill me. So there's something to be said for... I don't think there's any way I could have done that to like get around the vines with my Electrickery not targeting it. So hopefully they draw a bunch of Nature's Claims and Dispels and stuff. Alright, not giving them a chance to kill that. I'm just gonna fire this Electrickery off right now. I also expect this to not work, but oh darn. So it's a bit of a shame that it was a Dispel, because we could have maybe played around Dispel. Nature's Claim is exactly what I wanted them to draw, of course. and it was terrible here. So if we don't draw a burn spell, we could die, unfortunately. So let's go with Inspector with this. I'm going to play the Radiant Fountain and crack the clue. Gain some life. Dang. So if they have pump spells, we are probably dead. So it's really unfortunate that I fired off that Electrickery and they were able to, like, they wouldn't have been able to Dispel last turn and cast Distortion Strike for the pumps. So we're dead if they have a +5, which I don't think there are any at instant speeds. They need to have two. They need to have 2 pump spells here. That's not enough. They have a Fog and then a pump spell. Okay. We did it. We beat Infect. This should be a pretty good matchup for us. We just have so much removal. Alright, we did it. We went 4-1. We got our 4 treasure chests. Awesome. So you can see why this is one of my favorite decks, especially if you're playing against all these creature decks. Like we played against Stompy twice, I think, and easily defeated them. Well, relatively easily. Played against Infect, and like it was close there, but we got a little flooded, and they drew 3 lands and like tons of gas. But what I really like about this deck, the reason I like it so much is that there's so much play to it. There's so many decisions, and you could see all those times where I was kind of tanking about, do I play this? How aggressive do I get? Do I want to pick up my Clue with my Glint Hawk to get 2 more power on the board? And there's so many decision points and so many small edges to be gained that it's really fun for me to play this deck. There's so many decks in Pauper that anyone could play easily. You could pick them up, be proficient with them after 1 league. Like, a lot of them aren't that hard. A lot of them are really simple decks, and this isn't one of them. And it's cool to see that in a non-blue deck, because typically all the decisions are from cantrips. In a lot of Pauper decks, the majority of your decisions are from your cantrips. So this deck's really cool. I love it. I think it'll be really strong right now with people playing Burning Tree Emissary decks a lot. We didn't see any Burning Tree Emissaries in either of the Stompy matchups, but that's just life sometimes. We still got to play against our great matchup, and we lost to Tron. Tron is really bad. So if Tron is around a lot, just don't play this deck. You could go up to 4 Molten Rain, you can go up to 4 Pyroblast, but it's just not enough. That's all for this week. Remember, I'm going to put a straw poll down below. You guys can vote for next week's deck. I think we're gonna do the poll for like only decks that got cool new Modern Mastered cards. So there's gonna be some spicy ones in there. I think I know which one's gonna win already, but we'll see what you guys decide. And then as always, remember, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Hit me with a comment if you have anything you want to let me know. If you want to tell me, stop saying so much, stop licking your lips, drink some water if you're thirsty, or whatever. Maybe I'm saying too much. Just tell me whatever's on your mind. I want to make this the best possible content for you guys. So, and that's all for me this week. I'll see you guys next time.